I'm here with Vladimir Fedoseev after his win against Arjun Erigaisi. Vladimir, congratulations. What a crazy, crazy game. We'll talk about it in a second, but first of all, your emotions after this win.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I managed to not only to save this game, but to win this game. The game was really crazy, and for me, the first 4 days, I didn't get any. I didn't guess any single opening, so it was hard 4 days of working here. So I'm really happy that I managed to score.
Yeah, you mentioned the four first games not being able to guess the opening, and today, I mean, I'll pass the iPad to you.
Yes.
You played this move Bishop d6, which, as far as I could see, has never been played before.
Yeah, and probably it will never be playing again by anybody, in my opinion, because after Bishop f4 you are having all kind of natural attempts here: Knight h5, c6, Bishop f5. Basically anything. So
But
bishop
you decided to move the bishop again,
d6
yeah?
is completely unnecessary, but I thought, okay, if he checked bishop d6, I'm completely unlucky. But if not, we are beginning to play immediately on move 6. And in this case, I expected him to take a little bit more of a time to make his decision, because after bishop d6, he is having multiple choices, like playing bishop e5, bishop g5, e3, what he did in the game, or just exchange bishops on d6. Even g3 is a move here, so he can choose.
But just to be clear, bishop d6, you decided at the board or at home?
Yes, I decided it over the board because I didn't expect this variation today. I was focused more on his other options in the opening. I expected him to play first e4 or even going to Catalan in d4, so it was a little bit unexpected for me.
And then after,
that's why I just decided to show this kind of ridiculous attempt to get him out of book.
It certainly paid off in the end. After e3, things got crazy very quickly.
Yeah, because his move is probably the sharpest one, but it's pretty much in his style. And I can say that in this game he managed to get his position on board and outplay me in a complicated position at some moments. I'm certain in it.
You could feel it at the board as well.
Yeah, I was massively unhappy the moments before I won the game, actually. So
let's get to the complications.
So it all began here with his 10 move f3, which is probably the best attempt to get a big game. And I was happy how I played next, maybe 5 or 6 moves, but eventually things started to get wild with his 15 move knight e2.
So when did it turn? Like, when did you start feeling like maybe you're losing the thread a bit?
I think that after his 19 move, bishop c2, I lost the right direction here. But I don't think it's any kind of big advantage for me at the moment. Probably his attacking view is quite good in this position, so I didn't know what I could do. From the very beginning, my hope was to play against such attack: knight c5, f5, knight e4, bishop e4, d4, and something like knight e6, rook f5. But probably at the moment I was too lazy to calculate this, and it was completely counterintuitive for me that I should give up a piece.
I've never heard this explanation ever, you know, such a critical moment in such a critical game, and you just felt like Did you feel like your move instead, c5, was fine, or was it actually just laziness?
At first, I think it was a great move because after knight f3, I have this knight b6, knight c4 idea. But it turns out that it's just a wasting of time, and also this move provided him with additional attacking perspectives, which I completely underestimated.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, suddenly.
So this was the moment things turned, in my opinion. So I should have played. But knight c5, f5, knight e4, it's probably easy to consider, but it's super hard to play. Like, we are giving up this bishop on e6. It was super counterintuitive for me. So
I can understand.
I didn't
that
manage
this
to
is-
play,
yeah.
so it's a pity. But what to do? My move is much more natural, in my opinion. But his rook g5 probably a great try to get strong attacking position. But we briefly checked. I probably was not losing even after knight h4, queen f7, all those moves, rook f1. I went rook g8, and after queen g3, bishop f5. And if this position is not losing for me and objectively holdable, then I think I played a decent game today.
I mean, it was a spectacular game, and now came an equally spectacular blunder. I mean, we don't see this kind of mistakes.
It's a rare blunder, but this fork on both rooks is usual, in my opinion.
What went through your mind when he took on f5?
But I responded with queen f5 immediately. It was my defense, so I know it's my best defensive resources for quite a while. So once he played knight f5, I felt he was about to capture on f5, and I thought, okay, probably he wants to go rook f5, and
Let's just show.
yes, and then it's complicated. I need to make a choice again. But he went knight f5. On knight f5, I already knew queen f5 is winning.
Yeah. He also then realized, I think, quite quickly.
But there is nothing to do. After he went knight f5, queen f5, he ran out of all ideas. But I do think that after his dirty move rook g5, knight f1, and something like e6 or f5 here, for example, if he would go like f5, probably it's not like multiple ways for me to win, but just...
You have to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, I need to be careful still.
Do you enjoy these kind of games more when it's very crazy, or do you feel it's also very tiring, like you have to invest a lot of energy in these games?
I can say that you can enjoy such games once they are concluded, but during the games, like if things are going this way, it's super tense, emotionally tense. It's impossible to enjoy such games during the process. But after, yes, after you can enjoy, especially if the result is okay.
Of course. You started the tournament, thank you, with 3 draws. This was your first win, so moving to +1. How do you look back on this first part of the tournament, let's say?
I think it was super difficult for me, knowing I had 3 black pieces out of 4 games. Also, I played already against Arjun and Gukesh and Anish and Jordan. Anish and Jordan won this tournament at least once, and other players are 2800s and world champions. So I'm happy that with my current standings, and I look forward for next games.
You had a great string of results at the last Olympiad. You beat Magnus Carlsen, and just before this tournament you qualified to the Weissenhaus tournament. Do you think that these results gave you confidence coming into, if I can say?
I don't know how much actually, but I can say that my confidence is definitely improved since I won this game against Magnus. I think it was somewhat critical for my confidence feeling. So I would say after this game on Olympics, I started like sort of belief in my fate and in myself more and more. So in this period of time, it improved. But from my experience, I know how easy it is to lose it completely. Yeah, so I need to keep it on the same level at least.
You'll try to do that. And just a final question, it's only your second time playing here and you hadn't been back since 2018. How does it feel to be back here in the village?
I'm feeling like nothing changed for me.
There is one more player, Benjamin Bock, also didn't come back since 2018 and he gave me the exact same answer.
Yeah, for me it's like continuing. But I remember my experience from 2019 and now it's different, at least my daily routine is changed a lot. I remember in 2019 it wasn't good.
We're gonna leave that, I think, as it is. Let's not go into too many details. But Vladimir, congrats on a great win. It's great to have you back here in the Wijk and best of luck.
Thank you.